Look, kid, I ain't got no illusions. The world's a cold, unforgiving bastard, and it's not gonna change. People are born, they struggle, and then they die. That's the cruel truth. I've seen too much, lived through too much to sugarcoat it for you. You think you're the only one who's been chewed up and spit out by this world. You think you're the only one who's felt like everything is just one big sick joke. Hell, I've been there. I've been down in that pit where every damn breath feels like a battle and every step feels like you're dragging a mountain. I've watched friends die, seen good people turn into monsters, and I've lost everything that ever meant a damn to me. So, don't come to me looking for some pretty words or false hope. But here's the thing, kid. Even in the depths of all that darkness, even when you're at your lowest, there's something you gotta hold on to. Life is pain. Life is suffering. But it's also about finding something, anything, to fight for. I know it sounds cliche as hell, but it's the goddamn truth. You gotta find your reason, your purpose, no matter how small or insignificant it might seem to anyone else. Because that's what keeps you going when everything else falls apart. You think I haven't wanted to just give up, to lie down and let the world take me. I've had those nights staring up at the sky, wondering what the point of it all is. And you know what? Sometimes there's no point. Sometimes the only reason to keep going is because you're too damn stubborn to quit. Because if you quit, if you let this world break you, then it's won. And fuck that. Fuck letting this godforsaken world have the last laugh. I've seen the bottom, kid. I've seen the kind of darkness that swallows you whole and leaves you empty. But even in that void, there's a flicker of light. It's faint. It's weak. But it's there. You've got to cling to that. You've got to fight for that. Because as long as there's a breath left in your body, as long as your heart's still beating, you've got a chance. A chance to turn things around. To make something out of the mess that life throws at you. It's not about being happy all the time, or even most of the time. It's about finding those moments of peace, those small victories that remind you why you're still here. Maybe it's a sunrise, or the sound of rain, or a kind word from a stranger. Whatever it is, hold on to it. Let it fuel you. Let it give you the strength to keep pushing forward, no matter how broken you feel. And don't think for a second that you're alone in this. We all carry our scars, our burdens. Some of us just hide them better than others. But there's a strength in that too, in knowing that you're not the only one fighting this battle. There's a brotherhood in suffering, a kinship in pain. We're all in this together, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Yeah, life's a bitch. It's unfair, it's cruel, and it doesn't give a damn about your dreams or your plans. But you can't let it beat you. You can't let it turn you into someone you're not. Hold on to your humanity, even when it feels like it's slipping through your fingers. Hold on to the things that make you who you are. the things that make life worth living, no matter how small or insignificant they might seem. You've got a fire inside you, kid. I can see it, even if you can't. It's what's kept you going this far, and it's what's going to keep you going when things get even tougher. Don't let that fire die. Feed it, nurture it, let it burn as bright as it can. Because as long as you've got that fire, as long as you've got that will to fight, you got a chance. And sometimes that's all you need. You're stronger than you think, stronger than you know. The world can beat you down. It can break you, but it can't take that strength away. That's yours. And it's what's gonna carry you through the darkest times. So stand up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting. Because as long as you're still breathing, as long as your heart's still beating, you've got a chance to make things better. And that's worth holding on to. You know, I had a friend once, a good man, tough as nails, but with a heart too big for this world. He fought in battles that would have broken most men, came out the other side every time. But he had his demons, just like we all do. One night, he looked at me and said, "I am done, man. I can't keep fighting." I told him the same thing I'm telling you now. I told him he was stronger than he knew, that he had a fire inside him that wouldn't let him quit. He didn't listen. He gave up. And it broke my heart to see him go like that. But it also taught me something. It taught me that giving up is the easy way out. It's the path of least resistance. But it's not the path of the warrior. The warrior's path is hard, it's brutal, but it's also the path that leads to something greater. It's the path that leads to redemption, to finding a purpose even in the midst of all the pain. So when you feel like you can't go on, when the weight of the world feels like it's going to crush you, remember that you're not alone. Remember that there's a strength inside you that's greater than any challenge you'll face. And remember that giving up is never an option, not for a warrior, not for someone who's been through what you've been through. You've got a story, kid, a story that's still being written. And yeah, it's got its share of dark chapters, of moments that'll make you question everything. But it's also got moments of triumph, of victory, of finding light in the darkest places. And those moments are worth fighting for. They're worth the pain, the struggle, the heartache. Because they're what make life worth living. Don't let the darkness win. Don't let the world beat you down. You've got too much fight in you for that. You've got too much strength, too much fire. And as long as you've got that, as long as you're willing to keep pushing forward, you've got a chance to turn things around, to find your purpose, to write your own story. When you wake up tomorrow, and the day looks just as bleak as the last, remember this conversation. Remember that you've got a choice. You can either lie down and let the world trample over you, or you can stand up and fight back. And I don't mean just with fists or anger, but with every bit of willpower you got left, with every small act of defiance, every moment of kindness you can muster, even when it feels like you've got nothing left to give. Those small victories add up. They build a foundation that no storm can wash away. You've got to believe in something bigger than the pain, bigger than the struggles. Maybe it's a dream you buried long ago. Maybe it's a person who needs you. Or maybe it's just the simple act of proving the world wrong. Whatever it is, find it, hold on to it, and let it drive you. Because as long as you're still breathing, as long as there's still a beat in your heart, you've got a chance to change your story. And that's something no amount of darkness can ever take away from you. It's okay to feel like shit. It's okay to feel lost, to feel like the world's against you. But it's not okay to give up. It's not okay to let the world win. You're a warrior, and warriors don't quit. They fight, they endure, and they come out stronger on the other side. And you will too. Stand up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting. Because you're not alone in this. We're all in this together, and we're all fighting our own battles. But together, we're stronger. Together, we can face anything. And together, we can find a way through the darkness. So don't give up. Not now. Not ever. Because you're a warrior. And warriors never quit.
Why should I apologize for the monster I have become? They made me this way. They thought they could crush me, break my spirit, but they underestimated the fire burning within. I am the warrior of darkness, born in the shadows, forged in the depths of hell. I owe them nothing but my wrath. And that's exactly what they'll get. They remember the day they cast me out, don't they? They remember how they laughed, how they celebrated my downfall. Little did they know, that was just the beginning. Every scar they left on me, every drop of blood I shed, only made me stronger. Now, I'm back. I'm back to take what's mine. And I'll make them choke on their arrogance. They'll tremble when they see me. They'll wish they had killed me when they had the chance. But it's too late for regrets. I've crawled through the abyss. I've seen things that would make their skin crawl. And now, I'm ready. Ready to tear through their ranks, to rip apart their hopes and dreams. They thought they could break me. They have no idea what's coming. Every step I take, I feel the power surging through me. I feel the darkness wrapping around my soul, whispering sweet promises of vengeance. They thought they could walk over me, use me as a stepping stone to their summit. They're about to learn the true meaning of fear. I am the darkness, and I am unstoppable. When I look into their eyes, I see the fear. I see the realization dawning on them. They thought they were safe. They thought they were untouchable. But there's no place they can hide. I'll drag them down into the shadows. where their screams will go unheard. They'll beg for mercy, but I have none left to give. Every wound they inflicted on me, I'll repay 100-fold. Every ounce of pain they caused, I'll return with interest. They'll know what it means to suffer. They'll know the true meaning of despair. They'll wish they had never crossed me. They'll wish they had never made me this monster. I'll reach their summit, not because they want it, but because I'll make it mine. I'll carve my path through their corpses if I have to. Their dreams of glory will be shattered, their hopes crushed under my heel. They think they can stand in my way. Let them try. Let them face the storm I've become. I've seen their kind before. Arrogant, self-assured, thinking they're invincible. But they all fall the same. They all bleed the same. I'll tear through their defenses. I'll break their spirits. They'll know what true power looks like. And it's nothing like the pathetic delusions they cling to. They wanted a monster. They got one. They wanted to play with fire. They're about to get burned. I am the darkness, and I am their reckoning. They thought they could escape their fate. Fools. There is no escape from me. I am their nightmare. I am their doom. They'll learn the hard way that I am not to be trifled with. They'll learn that the shadows they dismissed so easily are now their greatest threat. I am the warrior of darkness, and I am done playing by their rules. It's my turn now. My turn to hunt. My turn to destroy. They'll never see it coming. One by one, they'll fall. Their pride, their arrogance, will be their downfall. They think they're strong. They think they can resist. They know nothing of strength. True strength is forged in suffering, in darkness. And I am the strongest of them all. I am the darkness they fear, the monster they created. And I'll make them regret every moment of their existence. They wanted to reach the summit. They'll reach it all right, but it's nothing more than a cautionary tale. A warning to all who dare to challenge the darkness. I am their end. I am their destruction. They'll look back and wonder where they went wrong. They'll realize too late that it was the day they decided to make an enemy of me. They'll see the monster they've created, and they'll know there's no stopping me. So let them come. Let them bring their armies, their weapons, their false bravado. I'll cut through them all. I'll paint their world with their own blood. They'll beg for mercy, but I'll show them none. They made me this way, and now they'll pay the price. Why should I apologize for the monster I have become? They're the ones who created me. They're the ones who pushed me into the abyss. Now, I'm rising from it. Stronger, fiercer, more determined than ever. And I'll show them what true power looks like. They'll remember my name. They'll remember the day they thought they could break me. They'll remember the day they made me their enemy. And they'll curse that day for the rest of their short, miserable lives. I am the warrior of darkness. I am the monster they fear. And I will reach the summit, dragging them down into the abyss with me. Their cries will echo in the void, a testament to their folly. They wanted a monster. They've got one. And I'm just getting started.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Another poor soul who's been chewed up and spit out by this lovely world we live in. Look at you, sitting there like you got no fight left. Like you're just waiting for life to finally crush you completely. You think you are alone in this, don't you? You think you're the only one who's been wronged, betrayed, shattered. Yeah, I see it in your eyes. You're at the end of your rope. Let me tell you something, pal. Life isn't fair. It's a joke, a cruel, twisted joke. But here's the kicker. You can be the punchline, or you can be the one who laughs last. Right now, you're letting them win. Whoever did this to you, whoever made you feel this small, they're laughing their asses off while you drown in your own misery. You want to know the secret to life? It's chaos. Pure, beautiful chaos. You've been playing by their rules. And look where that's gotten you. Nowhere. It's time to turn the tables, my friend. It's time to show them that you're not someone to be messed with. Yeah, that's it. That fire. Hold on to it. Feed it. Let it burn brighter and hotter until it consumes you. You've got to take that pain, that anger, and mold it into something powerful. Use it as fuel. Look at me. I was a nobody, just like you. But I didn't let the world break me. I broke the world. I took all the hurt, the betrayal, the sadness, and I turned it into my greatest weapon. I became something they couldn't ignore, something they couldn't control. You've got to rise above this. You've got to take revenge. Not just on the people who hurt you, but on the world that allowed it to happen. Make them regret ever crossing you. Make them see that you're not a victim. You're a force to be reckoned with. That's right. Feel it. Embrace it. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you can take what you're owed. You can make them pay for every single tear, every ounce of pain. You've got the power within you. You just need to unleash it. It's time to stop being the prey and become the predator. Time to take control of your destiny. They want you to stay down, to stay broken. But you're better than that. You're stronger than that. So get up, stand tall, and show them who's boss. Make them wish they'd never messed with you. Because once you start fighting back, they'll realize too late that they created a monster. And that monster is you. You see, life has a way of beating you down, stripping away your dignity piece by piece, until there's nothing left but a hollow shell. But you, my friend, are not hollow. Inside you is a raging storm, a tempest of fury and grief. The trick is to harness that storm, to let it propel you forward rather than drown you. Think of every hurtful word, every betrayal, every ounce of despair as bricks. Bricks that you can use to build something unbreakable. They wanted you weak, but you will rise stronger than they ever imagined. Consider this. Every person who has ever wronged you, every system that has ever failed you, they live their lives in blissful ignorance, believing they have triumphed. They haven't. They're small-minded, petty fools who thrive on the misery of others. But their time is up. Because once you decide to stand up, Once you decide to take control, you become unstoppable. Their power over you disintegrates. The tables turn. Now, you're the one in control, and they are the ones who should be afraid. Think about what they've taken from you. Your pride, your joy, your peace of mind. They've left you in ruins, but those ruins can be the foundation of your resurgence. The world loves to kick people when they're down, to gloat over others' miseries. But the world also loves a comeback story. And your comeback will be legendary. You have the strength, the drive, and now the fury to fuel you. Let your pain be your guide. Let your anger sharpen your focus. Channel it into every step you take, every decision you make. You're not just fighting for revenge. You're fighting for your very existence. What are you going to do? Sit there and let them win? Or are you going to rise up, shake off the chains they've placed on you, and show them that you're not just a survivor, you're a force of nature? It's time to rewrite the story, your story. They wanted you broken, but you'll show them unbreakable. They wanted you silent, but you'll be a roar that echoes through their nightmares. They wanted you gone, but you'll become the most unforgettable presence in their lives. Go ahead, make them regret every moment they underestimated you. There's a freedom in embracing who you truly are, in acknowledging the pain and using it as a weapon. It's not about becoming heartless. It's about becoming smart, cunning, and unyielding. The world thinks it knows you, thinks it can predict your moves, but you've got the element of surprise. You've got nothing left to lose, and that makes you dangerous. You're no longer playing by their rules. You're creating your own. And that's what scares them the most. The unpredictability of a man with nothing to lose and everything to gain. And every dark alley, every shadowed corner, they hold no fear for you anymore. You've faced the worst life has to offer and survived. Now, it's time to thrive. Use the darkness to your advantage. Let it cloak you, shield you, and drive you. The night is your ally. The silence, your confidant. You're not just fighting for yourself anymore. You're fighting for every soul who's been trampled by this cruel, merciless world. You're their voice, their vengeance. When you walk down the streets now, hold your head high. Let them see the fire in your eyes, the determination in your stride. They need to know that you are no longer a victim, no longer at their mercy. You are the storm they've feared, the reckoning they've tried to avoid. And when you strike, do it with precision and power. Let every move be calculated, every step deliberate. This is your game now, and you play to win. Embrace your new reality. Accept the pain, the anger, the sorrow. Let them shape you, forge you into something unbreakable. You are a force of nature, a storm that cannot be contained. And when they look back, when they wonder where they went wrong, they'll see it clearly. They underestimated you. They thought they could break you, but you, my friend, are unbreakable. You're the punchline they never saw coming, the chaos they can no longer control. Now go out there and show them who you truly are. Make them fear the very ground you walk on, because you are unstoppable.
Look at you, standing there like some kind of lost puppy, waiting for life to throw you a bone. Pathetic. You think anyone gives a damn about your sob story? You think the world owes you a thing? News flash, kid. Nobody owes you a damn thing. Not a crumb. You're on your own in this hellhole, and the sooner you realize that, the better.
You want to sit around and mope about how unfair life is. Boo freaking who? Everyone's got a sad story. Everyone's got scars. You think you're the only one who's been dealt a bad hand. You think your pain is special. It's not. It's just one more excuse to wallow in your own self-pity. Get this through your thick skull. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your family, not your friends, not some fairy tale hero. You're stuck in this mess, and the only way out is to claw your way up with your bare hands. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be ugly. But that's the price of admission if you want to get anywhere in this world. They all look down on you, don't they? They see you as a failure, a loser who'll never amount to anything. And you know what? Right now, they're right. You are a loser. But that doesn't have to be your story. You've got a fire inside you, buried deep beneath all that self-doubt and fear. It's time to dig deep, find that fire, and let it burn. You think success is handed out like candy? That it just falls into your lap because you're a good person? Wrong. Success is a ruthless game. It's survival of the fittest. Only the strong, the relentless, and the downright vicious make it. You want to be on top? Then you need to get mean. You need to get hungry. You need to want it so bad that you're willing to do whatever it takes. Every time you fail, every time you get knocked down, every time you feel like giving up, remember this. They want you to fail. They want you to stay down. They want you to prove them right. Don't give them that satisfaction. Rise up, fight back, and make them eat their words. Show them that you're not some weak, spineless nobody. Show them that you're a force to be reckoned with. Pain, that's just weakness leaving your body. Fear, that's just another obstacle to crush beneath your feet. You need to embrace the struggle, embrace the grind, and let it mold you into something fierce. You need to be willing to go to war for your dreams, to bleed for your goals. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna hurt like hell. But that's the point. The pain is what shapes you, what sharpens you, what makes you unstoppable. You think you're going to achieve greatness by sitting on your ass, waiting for things to happen. No, greatness is seized by those who dare to take it, who fight tooth and nail for it. You need to be relentless, unforgiving. You need to be willing to sacrifice everything for that one shot at glory. Look in the mirror. Who do you see? Some washed up has-been, or someone with the potential to rise above, to defy the odds, to become a legend. It's your choice. You can either stay where you are, drowning in your excuses and regrets, or you can rise up and take control of your destiny. They're all watching, waiting for you to fail, to confirm their doubts about you. But you have the power to flip the script, to turn their sneers into gasps of astonishment, to make them eat every single word of doubt they've ever spat at you. This is your moment, your chance to show them what you're made of. You want respect? Earn it.
You want success? Fight for it. You want to prove them wrong? Then get up, get out there, and make it happen. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more blaming the world for your problems. Take responsibility. Own your mistakes. Learn from them. And use them as fuel to drive you forward. You're not a victim. You're a warrior. And warriors don't quit. They don't surrender. They don't back down. They fight. They struggle. They bleed. And they rise. They rise above the pain, above the fear, above the doubt. They rise to greatness. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to stay down? Let them walk all over you? Let them laugh at your failures? Or are you going to rise up, stand tall, and show them who the hell you really are? The choice is yours. Make it count. Remember this. The world doesn't give you respect. You take it. You earn it with every drop of sweat, every ounce of blood, every tear you shed. It's a brutal, unforgiving battle, but it's a battle you can win if you've got the guts to go all in. So get out there and prove them wrong. Show them that you're not some weak, pathetic nobody. Show them that you're a force of nature, a storm that's about to unleash hell on anyone who dares to doubt you. No more whining, no more waiting, no more weakness. It's time to rise, time to fight, time to show the world that you're not to be underestimated. You're not to be messed with. You're a fighter, a survivor, a goddamn legend in the making. So get out there and prove them wrong. Show them that you're not some weak, pathetic nobody. Show them that you're a force of nature, a storm that's about to unleash hell on anyone who dares to doubt you. No more whining, no more waiting, no more weakness. It's time to rise, time to fight, time to show the world that you're not to be underestimated. You're not to be messed with. You're a fighter, a survivor, a goddamn legend in the making. Prove them wrong. Make them eat their words. And never, ever look back. This is your time, your moment. Take it, own it, and show them all just what you're made of.